Hello, welcome back YouTube. It's LightedFusion here, and today I'm going to be doing my first commentary. Woohoo! My first commentary, yes. This one's actually going to be important. This is going to be a commentary about how to become good at Skywars, and I'm going to be teaching you guys tips and tricks. Now, before I get started in this video, I'm going to mention a few things. One of them is that this is my first commentary, so if I don't do so well at times in speaking, you guys will know that this is just basically my first commentary and I'm not experienced in commentaries. However, the good thing about this video is that you're going to learn some stuff. Whether it's a lot or a little, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn something that's going to actually help you a lot. So unlike many videos that are out there and are just useless, this video is actually going to teach you a lot, or at least something. Or if not a lot, it's going to teach you something that could change your gameplay, change your style, and change the way you play, and make you a lot better. So, first, before we get into detail about everything, I'm going to be discussing PvP strategies. Or not PvP strategies, excuse me, just Skywars strategies. So, a really good strat that most players use is either rush mid, two strats are either rush mid right away, get a kit like Rookie, Ecologist, and Rush Mid, or you could just loot your chests and then go to mid, or get an island. So, in my opinion, the second one's a better choice, because that strategy is more complex, and you can build on it. When you rush mid, you're not really developing that much. You're not learning that much, and you're not getting better, really. But when you loot your chest on your island before you rush mid, you're practicing chest looting a lot more than as opposed to when you just rush mid alone. So, and chest looting is one of the most important things on this server. You're not going to get it right away, or on this game I should say. You're not going to get it right away, but over time it's going to come. You're going to be a really good chest looter. Like me, I'm actually a really fast chest looter because I practice. I've been doing this game for a while, and now that's what I do. I loot my chest before I go to mid. And many times, once you get good at it, you'll realize that you're going to loot so fast that you're going to loot your chests on the island and be there in mid before anyone else. Or at least many times you're going to get to mid before anyone else. Before even the rushers who rush mid right away. So that was just a strategy that I recommend. Now, I know I do rush on some maps, but that's only on like a few maps that rushing is a good strategy. You might want to experiment on which map you could do which strategy, because that's definitely something important. So now, other than strategy, there's something also very important in Skywars. Now, this is PvP style. People do take this a little too far because Skywars is not just about PvP, but you definitely need to be somewhat good at PvP in order to be good at Skywars. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit, like a basic way of PvPing, some basic things. So if you guys know what strafing is, it's basically, people might call it 80 tapping, side-to-side PvP, different things. It's most commonly known as strafing, and it's basically when you move side to side, or just in one direct way, in one direct line, when you're fighting someone. So then you'll dodge their techniques while hitting them. Now, in order to strafe, you need to have good aim, because you have to move from side to side while aiming on the person. So that's one of the things. Now, another good strat about PvP is block hitting. Now, if you guys don't know how to block hit, or think block hitting is useless, you really need to learn how to block it. If you think it's useless, you're not doing it correctly. Because for me, block hitting is one of the best techniques that can possibly be thought of in PvP. It's a really good technique. Now, I don't do it all the time. Of course, it's a good thing to mix up your PvP skill, or style, I should say. But you could do it like once a fight, or in situations where you're about to get knocked off. Just block hit your opponent and you'll automatically knock them back so far. Because block hitting knocks your opponent back a lot further than normally hitting them. I don't know how that works exactly. Well, I sort of do, but I'm not going to go into detail about that. But the basic thing is that it just does so much more knockback. So therefore, it makes it easier to combo. And so block hitting is a lot better. However, it does slow your speed down, so that's the bad part about it. But even though it does slow your speed down, it's definitely a good technique. You can pull it off in many places, and it'll be in many places and situations, and it'll be really helpful and useful. So the other thing, besides block hitting, oh yeah, and another quick tip and stat about block hitting is that I do recommend if someone is strafing you and they're really, really good at strafing, there are going to be those people out there who are like amazing at strafing and you can't get hits on them, or you can get only a few hits on them. What I recommend doing is block hitting them. Don't try to strafe or circle them. Just block hit them and you'll be fine. You might as well kill them, even if they're amazing at PvP. So that's something I do recommend. Now, other than PvP style, they have kits. Now, kits aren't really that useful in insane mode. Definitely are useful in normal mode. So if you got some good kit from the Soul Well, I would start playing normal if you haven't been playing it already, because kits are definitely a lot better in normal mode, since that's when they actually could give you good stuff. So definitely kits, there's not really too much to it, because kits aren't that important in this game. Like, if you have everything else besides kit, you could probably do really well with the default kit. So kits aren't that important, but just try experimenting with kits. I wouldn't recommend wasting your coins on kits other than the ones that are good, that many people use. And another thing I recommend is not looking at what really good players use as kits. Like, for example, I use Enderman kit. But if you guys were to use it, you probably wouldn't be too good with it because it requires ender pearling skill. Whatever your strength is in this game, try to apply that to what kit you use. So anyways, now we're going to go into ender pearling. Ender pearling is really important in this game. And if you realize, I always am ender pearl kit, or almost always am ender pearl kit. So ender pearl are really important. If you've seen my other clutches, sometimes I do clutch in games. You could look at my other clutch where it's just a video of me clutching, and so that's basically just pearling skill. And once you learn how to pearl, you'll be really good at this game. That's one thing that is something hard, and the thing that people struggle on is clutching, because when people clutch, they think about pearling too long. They're like, while they're falling into the void, they're thinking, oh, should I pearl or not? Should I pearl or not? Well, you have to develop that mind that's going to do it for you. You shouldn't be thinking about it. It should be second nature. You shouldn't, once you get good at pearling, it's going to be to the point where you're not going to have to think about it. That it's just going to come, and you're going to pearl without even thinking about it. And that's what you want to develop. And to develop that skill, you need to start off with pearling whenever you feel like it. You have to develop that skill. You just try on not making that thought, not getting that thought in your head. Should I pearl? Should I pearl? Is it worth it? Because you're most of the time in that situation, your mind's gonna say, yes, it's worth it. But then by the time you pearl, you're already gonna be dead, and it's gonna be no use. So that's why you wanna learn how to pearl, because it's definitely something important. So other than pearling and everything that we discussed in this video, there's the buckets. So what this means, this is basically the lava bucket and the water bucket. Now, first of all, the water bucket's actually a lot better, but lava bucket is more attacking and the water bucket is more defending. It's a form of defense. So what I like to use the water bucket for is if you're on fire, or if you want to do like a jump. In my opinion, you always want to have your water bucket on you. Well, not in your you want to have it in your hotbar, which is your 1 through 9 set of items, not in your inventory, inside your hotbar. I like to put it in one of my slots closer to like my index finger, so maybe around slot 4, somewhere there. It doesn't really matter, just a slot that's comfortable and close for you, so you can easily reach out and access to your water bucket. Now, other than water bucketing, there's also lava bucketing, like I mentioned a few seconds ago. Oh, and before I get into lava bucketing, I'm going to have to say that another thing that you can use water bucketing for is if you're running away, you just jump over. You could just jump, and while you jump, you want to place that water bucket So then, while you jump over it, you can, so because many times what people do, they don't do that correctly. What happens is when they run away, they place the water bucket and they get caught in the water. So that slows them down a little. However, it's going to not slow you down at all if you jump over the water bucket while placing it. So try to learn that. Now going to lava bucketing. This is, like I said earlier, an attacking technique. When you lava bucket someone, it's a form of attacking. You want to make them get on fire. So most of the time they're stuck in lava. The good thing about lava, and this is why I like lava more than flint and steel, because it'll take more time for them to get out of the lava as opposed to flint and steel. Flint and steel, they could just walk out. With the lava, they might get stuck inside it. So that's why I prefer lava bucketing. Now, other than the lava bucketing and water bucketing, there's block running. Block running is definitely a defensive technique, or it could be attack because you might want to get to someone quickly, so you'll block run. But normally when you block run, you run away. So definitely learn how to block run. You probably already know what it is. It's when you place blocks underneath you when you run. So just look into that, block running, how to block run efficiently, and that's basically going to show you a lot, because what many people do is they block run and they waste so many blocks while they do it, not an efficient way. You want to try to waste as little blocks as possible. So now that we've discussed block running, there isn't much left, but this is kind of not really a tip that's going to make you, it's not really a tip that has to do with your gameplay. This is basically just like an inner tip to help you focus and all that. What I like to do, this is personally what I do. What happens is when I start the game, I don't want to loot the chest as quick as I possibly can. I don't want to have that thought, oh, I need to loot the chest as quick as possible. No, I want to have that thought that I want to loot the chests, not right away, but a little after the point where I don't want to loot them as quick as possible. I want to kind of relax my brain right when I join the game, because then, so you could save it, you could save that relaxation for the time where you tense up during a PvP fight. Because if you're tense during the very beginning, you don't want to waste that. You don't want to waste that energy. You want to use that energy while you're fighting, so your mind's gonna be able to focus more, and you're gonna be able to hit faster and get a lot more hits. Believe it or not, that strategy actually worked out for me when I actually got like a really good streak of winning. That was what happened. I wasn't focusing on looting the chests quickly. I was just focusing on, okay, let me take my time. I'm gonna take a deep breath, relax on this first chest, on these first chests on my island, and then and then once I relax, I'm gonna save it for the PvP fight where I can actually do better. So definitely that's a good strategy. If you guys don't do that, try it, and believe it or not, it does actually help. It's really, really cool. So yeah, so that's pretty much it to this video. I know that I didn't go over so much. Like, this isn't extreme because I didn't want to make this video too long. However, if you guys think that I didn't include something important, please leave it in the comments, and I definitely will be planning out, I don't know when exactly, but somewhere in the future I will be planning out a video where I will be doing something like this. Just, it'll be a lot more organized and detailed, and I'm going to go into much more complex detail about it, about this topic. So yeah, if you guys want me to continue doing videos like this and go into a lot more detail, then please, please, please leave that like button so I'll know that you actually like this video and that I should continue uploading videos like this. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Like I said before, likes really, I do really appreciate likes because they'll indicate whether you guys like this video or not, or you enjoyed it. So yeah, I hope this video did help you out. I really hope it did. So thanks guys for watching, and yeah, peace out. Have a great day.